This is an 11 Alive Voices for Equality special, Women in Sports.
Welcome to our Voices for Equality special, Women in Sports. For the next 30 minutes, we are sharing stories highlighting many strong, driven, and resilient women. They are athletes, they are coaches, and they are Olympians. But most importantly, they are breaking barriers within the sports world. And we start with the story of one Georgia woman, an incredible woman. Being an athlete is her second job. Being a mom is her first. Alana Myers-Taylor, she's a 5-time Olympian and the most decorated woman to ever compete in the Olympic bobsled after the 2022 Winter Games. She talks about her journey with Cheryl Preheim.
Team has taken on new meaning for an Olympian whose life has been centered around sport.
I feel incredibly grateful.
She's closing out her 4th Olympics.
Being adaptable, being flexible, but most of all, enjoying the entire thing.
Hi.
During the last Winter Games, Alana raced and won silver on a torn Achilles tendon.
I gave it everything I had.
More trials and blessings were ahead.
One of my biggest goals was to start a family, and we're so fortunate to be here and actually living that dream.
Animals.
I have my son here with me, my husband.
Where'd you go? There you go.
And we're training and we're just trying to figure this all out.
Yeah, it's multitasking at a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey since Pyeongchang.
Are you head coach?
It is Team Taylor now, and they say Nico leads the way, teaching them what strength really means.
I've got nothing to complain about. Like, he goes through so much and overcomes so much. It's just, he's my biggest inspiration. Yeah.
He was born with Down syndrome and deaf in both ears.
It inspires me to do better things and to be a better person every single day.
You want mommy to feed you?
To Nico, Alana is mom, teacher,
Good job.
and head of his therapy team.
He's starting to form words.
Good job, buddy.
It's just a night and day difference.
After speech school, they're off to family practice. Dad and fellow bobsled Olympian Nick Taylor is Alana's coach.
We got 2 more. She's gonna be in the best shape of her life, which is amazing as a 37-year-old mom. Mama really fast.
This crew travels as a unit all over the world.
That stroller's been around.
My son goes everywhere with us. You know, I think it's very important that he knows that his mom is still pursuing her Olympic dreams and her goals, and he's a part of that.
After more than a decade, Alana says nothing matches the sensation and thrill of driving bobsled with no brakes, top speed, over a mile of ice.
It feels like I'm flying. It feels like I'm just gliding and everything feels right.
Especially as she does it all with and for her Taylor team.
It is kind of weird knowing there's more years behind me than are ahead of me with bobsled.
Together, they have one Olympic dream.
For Alana to be able to take a gold medal and put it around Nico's neck. That's what we're doing all of this for.
This mom, Trulie Hale, isn't fighting for an Olympic medal, but she's fighting her own battle to make sure she can still cheer on her son on the football field. I talked with her to learn how the Bulldog Nation is helping her stay strong.
Whatever it is that I have to do to see my son on the field and be great is what I'm going to go through.
You might recognize Trulie Hale from her strong social media following among Bulldog Nation.
Hey, good morning, Bulldog family. I'm on my way out the door to meet y'all in Indy.
Her son Keely is a redshirt freshman defensive back for the Dogs, and nothing made mom happier than moving to Athens to be with her son.
As an empty nester, I wanted to follow behind my son. Besides that, I didn't want to miss a football game, and my intentions were to pack up and follow him, but COVID and cancer had a different story.
As a single mom, Trulie put off regular doctor visits until Keely went off to college. When she finally went to her doctor, she was told she had stage 2 ductal carcinoma.
That is a very aggressive form of cancer. Thought to myself, it's not cancer, whatever that little mass is, it's not cancer. I was in complete denial.
It has been a difficult journey, but with Keely by her side, Trulie has remained positive and vibrant with a passion to help other women.
Joining with Bulldogs Battling Breast Cancer allowed me the platform to tell my story, and Bulldogs Battling Breast Cancer actually raises money in the area, and all of that money goes to the hospital, and it allows women who are less fortunate to be able to receive mammograms and care and prevention and education.
Trulie is absolutely loving every second of watching her son play in a Bulldogs uniform. She even got to see his first career interception against UAB earlier this season.
It's surreal. It's literally unbelievable. I have watched this young man grow and develop. He is not just a DB. He's not just a part of the secondary. He is a student of the game.
And there is no other place in the world she would rather be than Athens, Georgia. Say hello.
Hey, man.
The Bulldog Nation has been such a support system. They don't even realize that they've gotten me through some hard weeks.
Basketball All-American, aspiring rapper, social media star, all of the good things. Sprayberry High School's Flau'jae Johnson is certainly making her mark, and she is not done yet. Here's Reggie Chapman.
If you're on Sprayberry's campus after school hours, you'll hear the voice of star senior guard Flau'jae Johnson. The school's all-time leading scorer and LSU commit puts on a show every time she steps on the floor.
I gotta be the best. I just got to be. It's something in me that just don't let nobody be better than me.
Basketball means a great deal to her, and she attracts a lot of attention.
She lights up a room. She brings energy, and you know, sometimes you need that energy on the court, and she brings it.
Hi guys, Big Four here. I take my craft so serious. You see what I'm saying? Like I take this game serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's giving so much to me, and I put so much into it.
And it's that hard work that got her named to the prestigious McDonald's All-American game.
The best moment ever. I'm not gonna lie. It was really for me. It was like, cause it was like I know who I am. I know what I could do. But it was just like having that stamp and having that validation to show everybody like, yeah, she really like that. Cause I worked so hard. I got this McDonald's All-American. Like they can't doubt me no more.
And yet, it won't even be the biggest stage she's been on.
When you let down, best down.
Daughter of the late Savannah rapper Camouflage, Flau'jae showed off her own skills in a competition called the Rap Game at age 12.
Cause at my birth, I was born to fame.
Before making a run to the quarterfinals on America's Got Talent at age 14.
Just to get my feelings out, I went and pushed a pencil. Needed help to eat this beat, so I use my utensils.
I just have so much that I do and that I take in and that I hold in. And rap is like the only thing I could really like express it.
I take my shot, I never miss. I got my aim, I'm in my element. And they know I'm heaven sent. Man, they know I'm harder than these rappers, they irrelevant.
It's like basketball, like that's where I go to like suppress it. But I don't like suppress it, I gotta get it out. So it's like everything that I'm writing is real situations.
When it all falls down, when it all falls down.
I'm from Savannah, so it's like people don't really have the opportunities that I have. When you see it every day and you come from that, it just gives you like a different type of grind, different type of like hunger. For real.
Hey, Jackson on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Strong female athletes are often led by strong female coaches, and that is certainly the case for the Georgia Tech women's basketball team. Head coach Nell Fortner spoke with me before the NCAA tournament about how she's helping her girls fight on the court. When you talk about how far you can go, Coach, last year you guys made it all the way to the Sweet 16. This is obviously a little bit of a different roster, but how confident are you in these girls heading into this round?
Yeah, we've got a lot of experience on this roster, so I feel really good about it. You know, we've had to play some kids a lot of minutes this year. That's the only thing right now. We're a little banged up, and you know, physically we're a little worn out, but we're giving them as much rest as we can right now to get them rejuvenated and get that battery recharged before we have to get back out on the competitive court.
Rest being the first point of emphasis for your team. Is there an emphasis on getting back to who you guys were defensively towards the beginning of the year?
Absolutely, no doubt about it, because we can really put the hammer down on teams defensively. We've got to get that drive back. We know fundamentally how to do what we need to do defensively, but we've got to have that drive and that determination to do it for 40 minutes, because when we do, we're really hard to beat.
Coach, what do you hope that this group of ladies learned in the ACC tournament?
Well, you know, it's just when you have a chance to play for a championship, everybody's trying to play for that championship. And the ACC tournament gives you that opportunity before the NCAA tournament. So, you know, just to compete hard, you're hoping your team has learned how to compete hard, how to just for 40 minutes always believe that you're going to win the game. And that's an area that we're constantly having to teach and constantly having to learn, you know, how to be competitive till the end of the game. So I think that we're still a work in progress, as is every team that's still playing right now. But hopefully we're getting better at that every day.
Nell is always an energy you can certainly appreciate. And even though the Yellow Jackets lost in the tournament to Kansas, they did round out yet another successful season with 21 wins. Up next, life after gold.
Life has been
absolutely insane.
How Olympic gymnast Suni Lee is chasing new goals. Making it to the Olympics requires skill, commitment, and sacrifice. Female gymnast Suni Lee spent her life preparing for the Summer Games in Tokyo. After her big gold medal win, she's now adjusting to life after the Olympics. I caught up with her to talk about all of her new goals.
In the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, Suni Lee shocked the world and won the all-around gold in gymnastics.
That was golden.
We are 6 months removed from the Olympics. Life has changed so much. You're now a collegiate athlete. You were on Dancing with the Stars.
I didn't even think I'd make it to the semifinals.
How has life changed for Suni Lee?
I mean, life has been absolutely insane. I've gotten opportunities that I've never gotten before. You know, I went to the Olympics and that was like a dream come true. The only thing I wanted to do my whole life was go to the Olympics. So after having that, it was kind of like I felt a little bit free because I took a little bit of a break from gymnastics. But at the same time, it was like I was kind of lost because I've only ever like worked towards the Olympics and done gymnastics. So then when I got that, it was like, what's next?
Suni is now trying to be a normal student athlete at Auburn University, but just 6 meets into her freshman campaign, she posted a perfect 10 on the uneven bars in a meet against LSU, Auburn's first since 2004.
Suni Lee just got her first 10.
People here are just like really excited, but I love it. I mean, all of them, everybody here is so nice to me, super supportive. They try and make me feel as normal as I can, and I'm really grateful for that.
What was the decision into becoming a collegiate athlete?
Well, I really just wanted to come to college to try and find my love for the sport again. At the Olympics, like, it didn't really take it away, but it was just like, leading up to that was just like super hard. So in my head, I just like didn't want to do it again. But here it's like the complete opposite, just being able to have fun and like not having to worry about anything.
Oh, stunning!
What is so special to you about the Olympic Games?
You grow up watching all of your role models go to the Olympics, and it's just something that like you want to be able to say that you did, like, you know, you went to the Olympics. I think the one thing that like just makes it so hard is like everybody's watching you, and I guess like you don't really realize it, but it's one of the most exciting things ever, and if I could go back, I would.
Do you feel like you will go back?
Hopefully.
From Olympics to national championships, we often only see the peak moments for athletes. A local track star who came home from Tokyo with a silver medal, she says it's often those moments that we don't see that matter the most. Here's Cheryl Preheim.
It's Javion Oliver who leads the way, clearly.
Georgia's own Javion Oliver is still running off the Olympic energy from Tokyo.
I just feel like it never really died down from the trials through Tokyo. I go back through the pictures and it's always the same disbelief.
The silver medalist and Monroe native is now chasing new goals.
We have a world championship. It's not the Olympics, but it is still like a big track event for us.
It's all part of her training for hopefully another run at the next Summer Games.
I am working hard. I am going out there every day to reach another goal.
One thing that keeps her going right now, she says, is her hometown.
Some days I go back and look at pictures of like when my hometown came together in the bar. Looking back and watching the videos, it really helps. It really brings me back to this is what I do it for.
She says she's inspired by the winter athletes as she watches them chase their own Olympic dreams.
Just to like watch your training, and a lot of them that I think used to do track, I was like, well, that's interesting that you can go from one sport to a completely different one.
Javion says it's the moments we don't always see that make the Olympic experiences we're all watching now possible.
What we do on the track is very small compared to what we do behind the scenes. That's really it. I am just in grind mode right now.
A strong female athlete built by a strong female coach.
We're really big on helping them develop the mental tenacity they need.
Up next, how Coco Gauff's coach guided her to success. Atlanta native Coco Gauff is a rising star on the tennis court. The 18-year-old is the youngest player ranked in the top 100 by the Women's Tennis Association. The winner of 2 WTA titles, she didn't get there on her own. Caitlin Ross introduces us to the women who helped her get her to her success.
Jewel Peterson wants people to love tennis as much as she does.
First, enjoy the game, because this game is going to make you really upset.
She first picked up a racket when she was just 4 years old and says she's grateful for all of the athletes she had to look up to.
When we talk about black women in tennis, there is a long history. I mean, we can go all the way back to Althea Gibson, and from Althea Gibson to Zena Garrison and Lori McNeil, who were my mentors.
She says seeing these athletes compete at the highest level is inspiring to all of the young players in her coaching academy.
And now they've got the mindset that because they did, I can.
Jewel was a pro athlete herself, playing on the WTA before she moved into coaching. She started giving lessons to Coco Gauff when the tennis superstar was just 8 years old.
Coco was amazing. I loved working with her. She was fantastic. She was the coach's dream.
She's watching Coco's career soar with pride, and she's been even more proud of the young athlete for using her platform to speak out about social justice.
Athletes are now celebrities, and you know, when it comes to what you wear, when it comes to what you eat, we are all taking cues from athletes, so why can't we take a cue from them when it comes to social injustice?
And she's proud of Coco for supporting other young athletes, speaking out about their own struggles with social issues and mental health.
We're really big on helping them develop the mental tenacity they need.
While she doesn't see Coco 3 hours a day on the court anymore, she says she's always cheering on her former student.
Really think that she's going to go extremely far. I mean, I think she's going to be #1 in the world one day.
Next, Born to Run.
She loves speed. She's like an adrenaline junkie.
How one female athlete is breaking barriers and world records.
"11 Alive News at 11 p.m. is where you find out what's happening now across Metro Atlanta, where you stay a step ahead of severe weather, and the only place you can verify fact versus fiction. Watch 11 Alive News at 11 p.m.
Female athletes are resilient, and that is especially true for Bentley Grace Hicks. She was told she could never breathe, eat, or talk on her own, and she didn't let that stop her. Cheryl Preheim shares her incredible story.
Some beauty just is. It's effortless. And some beauty comes from pain and difficulty.
You help Bentley Grace be strong, don't you?
Bentley Grace is an example of both. She trains on Archer, a therapy horse at Reins of Life.
That trains her core to be stronger in the chair and stronger in life.
He helps her build strength for what she feels born to do.
I've been racing ever since I was 14 years old.
Hers is a life spent overcoming odds.
She was born very premature at 23 weeks and 4 days, and she was 1 pound 6 ounces.
The doctor said that she had never walked, never talked, never eat without a feeding tube, never breathed without oxygen.
She's shown what is possible, breathing, talking. And while she can't walk yet,
how you feeling?
With the help of people who love her, Bentley Grace runs.
She loves speed. She's like an adrenaline junkie.
I love running with him.
She trains with Chris Nasser. She considers him Superman and family.
I feel like Chris is my brother.
It's like a brother-sister kind of bond thing.
A 2-person elite racing team working to break the Guinness Book of World Records in the marathon.
2 hours and 49 minutes and 56 seconds, pushing a race chair with 100 pounds worth of human being.
Chris takes each stride, while Bentley Grace meticulously manages their time and pace.
These chair athletes are working harder than we could ever understand.
And provides the motivation.
Sometimes when you're running by yourself, you get this little like demon on your shoulder. But Bentley Grace is the angel on your shoulder that gives you encouragement to keep going.
Their biggest goal together yet is on the horizon. After falling a few minutes short twice, they've qualified for the Boston Marathon. It is their chance to break that record.
We were overjoyed.
And we're ready to go race Boston.
The inspiration within Bentley Grace just is. It is effortless.
We've chosen to find the blessings in everything as opposed to the curse.
And she is proof that enduring difficulties, never giving up, brings amazing beauty too.
There's endless possibilities. She's going to do all that she can dream of.
Bentley Grace Hicks and her partner set the world record for a wheelchair racing team at the Boston Marathon. Simply incredible. They finished in 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 20 seconds. You'll love to see it. You guys, thanks so much for watching our Voices for Equality special, Women in Sports. To watch more stories empowering diverse voices in our community, you can head to 11alive.com/voices.